It's Don't Poo Poo My Woo Woo.
I'm going to show you how to use tarot to take responsibility for your life, make better choices, and grow your confidence. You don't need to memorize the deck to do it. Tarot, a do-it-yourself Rorschach. Ready, set, Rorschach. So take a look at this Rorschach. What do you see? Do you see a cow face? Well, if you see a cow face, you're probably the nurturer among your friends and family.
That's not what I see.
Ah, yes. Hello, mind monster. I kind of was expecting you today. So tell me, what do you see? Do you see a horseshoe crab?
No.
Because that could mean you wish you were Danny Ocean on.
What a shameless shout out to your family in Baltimore, Maryland.
Hey, say it correctly.
Balmer Merlin.
Perfect. Now what do you see? A pair of lungs, maybe? Because that's a symbol that you have grief and sadness, maybe even some detachment.
I see testicles.
Damn it.
And that thing hanging below it looks like a...
No! Hold that thought. We'll think about that later.
Yeah, we will.
Moving on.
Wait, I want to turn. I actually see two aliens sitting on a fancy pole, getting ready to knock heads, while two cashews? Yeah, cashews. Wait, maybe lima beans levitate above two bodiless Labrador Retriever heads.
I don't even know what to say about that. I don't think any doctor could either.
You don't see it? It's just me?
That was a great example of how we will see what we want to see. What you'll need is a tarot deck that you personally find visually appealing. It's like looking at a painting. It can elicit an emotion, and we want to make sure those emotions are pleasant as possible because tarot is psychology, a Rorschach-esque technique. You want to have a journal or a digital way to log your experience. If you don't like writing, if that sounds tedious, then there's an app you can use called souljournal.netlify.app, and that can help you log info that will be important to find patterns. And that's what we're looking for, to change and fix things. You want to find your patterns. The rules for success are, you must be willing to be 100% honest with yourself. If you can't be honest with yourself, this isn't going to work. You must be willing to take 100% responsibility for yourself and your choices. No blame games, no one else's fault. You must be focused on changing into a new and a better version of you. If you're not willing to change, this won't work. Nothing will, because it's all about intention, and we're only focusing on positive intentions. When using tarot, we want to keep the questions focused on us, on ourselves. We don't want to ask about other people because it's trespassing, okay? Don't ask about things that are not your concern. Stay focused on you. Do not set an intention that relies on someone else's reaction. You can only control your own. So you don't want to ask questions like, how do I make so-and-so fall in love with me? You can't control that. What you can say is, would so-and-so even be good for me? Or what can I do to be a better person? That's all you can do. When you journal, it's really helpful to write down as much information as possible. Personally, I log sleep, I log weight, I log food intake, drinks, blood pressure. All of these things will actually show you something that could possibly be wrong emotionally. Celiac disease could be something that you have you don't even know. It could be making you feel like you're mentally going crazy, like you feel unstable, emotional. Our hormones take care of the physical, and you will also take care of the emotional. And now that you've chosen a deck, you got to get in the right headspace. Before I draw any cards, I meditate and I ask the divine for guidance to receive information that I need and give me the wisdom to understand what I'm even shown. You know, praying, but with pictures. I'll pick a card and I'll show you how you can use it without knowing anything about tarot. Let's take a look at the Steampunk deck's Three of Wands. So let's say this is the first time you've ever seen this card. You have no idea what it means. Stare at it for a second. What do you see? Where is your eye drawn? What's the first thing you notice? Well, maybe you notice that there's 3 lanterns. The lights at the top hanging over this person's head. They're very bright. He's holding on to them. Perhaps you're feeling like there are 3 things, 3 ideas you have that you're hanging on to. You're hanging on to 3 ideas, or maybe there are 3 things you wish to accomplish, 3 things you want to do. You're just not sure how. And this man, what is he doing? He's looking through a spyglass, looking ahead, trying to get some information. And maybe you notice that the sun in the background is covered in smoke, in smog. He can't see it. So maybe that's how you're feeling. Maybe you feel like you have 3 great ideas. You're looking to your future. You're just not sure how to see it. That's how I would use the 3 of Wands. Let's take a look at the 4 of Wands. These 2 ladies look like they're preparing for a party, right? They also look like they're dressed up and the light is so bright. So they're getting ready to have some fun. Maybe that's what you need. Maybe this card is saying to you, you need to have some fun. You need to celebrate something. And maybe when you pick that outfit, don't go with anything too sheer. Maybe you see how she's teeter-tottering on the stool. Maybe you need to be careful. Maybe you're getting ready to go to an event or a party. And maybe this is telling you, you're going to have a good time, but be careful. What does it mean to you? Let's look at another one. This is the Ace of Pentacles from the Morgan Greer deck, and this is one of my favorite decks. You see how the hand is coming out of the sky? It's almost like God is giving you money. Well, maybe that's it. Maybe God is trying to give you a way to make money. There's a beautiful garden around you. There's 2 different types of flowers. There's choices. On your left, you have a flower. On your right, you have a flower. Which are you going to pick? Or maybe you're not even going to stay in this garden. Maybe you're going to walk through that door and head towards that mountain. Maybe you're trying to make a decision on what to do. Walk through that garden gate. There's a whole world just beyond it, but you won't know until you go through it. And just to give you an example of what I mean about that different decks have different feelings, here's the 4 of Wands in the Morgan Greer deck. There's no people at all in this picture. It's literally 4 poles with a celebratory awning and a castle, as if you're celebrating what you already have. There's golden light all around it. There's a lot of growth hanging from the top. So this growth has already been achieved. It's literally dripping off of these wands. For me, this feeling is something warm. It says it's time to enjoy what you've already done. A little bit different from the 4 of Wands, which is almost hasn't happened yet. It's going to happen. And the 4 of Wands in the Morgan Greer deck leaves me feeling like it's already happened, you've achieved it, and it's time to enjoy it. The point is, you don't have to know everything about the tarot cards to understand yourself. If you use them to learn more about how you're thinking and feeling, the patterns that are evolving, you can notice what you need to change. This is empowerment. This also helps you get in touch with your instincts, listen to yourself, you'll trust yourself, and you'll gain more confidence. It's a win-win. If you actually want to learn more about the cards themselves, there's a great YouTube channel called Contemporary Tarot. And this lady gives you the standard meanings of every card in like 3 minutes or under. One thing that tarot does really well for me is it can bring up something that I might have had buried deep inside, something that I didn't even know still bothered me. The psychologist Carl Jung actually calls this shadow work. I love that. This even sounds woo-woo. It's all a part of getting to know ourselves and healing. Some people think that it's devil worship, and to that I say, if that's how you intend to use it, sure. It's all about intention. That's what you're going to get. See this pen? It's a very useful tool. I can use it to write love letters. I can use it to take class notes and learn. Or I can use it to stab someone in the throat and kill them. It's all about intention. So the real question is, if you think it's evil, why are you seeking out evil? Why do you want to see evil in other people? Why do you want to see evil in anything? Whether or not you believe tarot can be used to speak with God, angels, and guides, or you believe it's just self-fulfilled prophecy, or you think it's talking to Satan, you're right. Our minds will go where we take them. Use it to better yourself, and you will.
The views expressed are the sole opinions of Angie McMann. In no way should this replace your current mental health treatment, your doctor's orders, or your therapist's advice.